Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever and however you're following. This is Vanius Kamara, and we're live here at the Rabas International Airport, where His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Liberia, is departing the country for a one-day official visit in Lomé, Togo, to attend the second edition of the Peace and Security Forum in Lomé, and it's organized by the President of that country, and His Excellency is expected to speak on reconciliation and the Liberia process he did in Liberia, drawing from that as a way of speaking to the minds of the people of Togo. And His Excellency is expected to serve as the guest speaker there. So he has arrived at the airport here, and he will be departing anytime soon with some government officials for Lomé, Togo. And as you can see, he is going to board this private jet, I believe that was sent. That was sent for him by the president of that country to ease his trip, to ease the trip of him, His Excellency, and his delegation to Lomé, Togo. And that event takes place tomorrow. That's the 10th and the 11th in Lomé, Togo. And it's organized by the president of that country. This is the second edition. His Excellency has been selected to form part and to speak at that event. So he is here along with his delegation. I've seen the Minister of Justice. The Minister of State is not traveling. And before the Deputy Assistant Minister departs, I'd like to speak with the Honorable Minister. Good afternoon. His Excellency is departing to attend the second edition of the Peace and Security Forum in Togo. And I believe he was invited by the President of that country as a way of speaking to the minds of the people in Togo regarding reconciliation and peace. What message does that send for Liberians home and abroad?
See, we have to understand that the President of Liberia is a statement it's an international statement, and he's going to be advising issues of reconciliation and how to managing the country that was plunged into being. He has the experience.
And something that came up was the reburial that he did with the former president is a major highlight of his speech.
In fact, that's
and so what does that send as a message to the international community?
That's why I'm taking some of the magazines and show to the president and people over there, the president will present it, to show what happened in Red River.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. And so that was the voice of the Assistant Minister for Public Affairs at the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs, Honorable George Starr, speaking to newsmen there, saying His Excellency, the main reason he was invited is because, he has successfully carried on reburial of past government officials, past leaders, past presidents, and the people of Togo, especially the president of Togo, thinks it is a good thing to do. They are learning lessons from that experience, and they want His Excellency to speak to them, speak to the people as to how he comes about that, how did he go about that, how has that worked for him, how he has done that. And he will use his experience here, use his experience as a way of teaching and speaking to the Togolese people and the president and people of Togo regarding the recent reconciliation in Liberia. And so that's why His Excellency is on his way to Togo as a major speaker of that forum. So however you're following, this is Rani again, and we are live here at the Rabas International Airport, where the president will soon be departing for Togo to attend the second edition of the Peace and Security Forum organized by the president of that country. And we just spoke to the Assistant Minister of Public Affairs, and he said one of the reasons why His Excellency was invited, he's an international statesman. What he has done in Liberia has been seen by most presidents as a true sign of reconciliation, a true sign of statesmanship, a true sign of a reconciler, a true sign of a statesman and of a president or father of the nation. And so he has been invited to speak on that, to use that as his way of sending a message across Africa and especially to the people of Togo. So as you can see, the AFL, the airport detachment of the AFL have come to give the president farewell, as is usually done. And we've seen some government officials already boarded the flight. His Excellency will board the flight moving from now. What? Let you talk for it. Put on the bag. The bag. What's that? Bobby. The show lady, show. I know no show. I think the show lady. I'm muting home. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning again. We are here live at the Ribos International Airport, where His Excellency the President is departing the country for Lomé, Togo, to attend the second edition of the Lomé Peace and Security Forum organized by the President of that country, President Pierre and His Excellency will serve as a keynote speaker there at that event. Yes, I know there's no sound. I had to mute it because His Excellency is still in the presidential lounge, and he has not yet emerged out to begin, going to the flight, to board the flight, if I can say. So, and because we're having some other discussions, I had to put the mic on mute. However, we are still here at the Rabas International Airport, and it's actually called the Calamari. We are Presidential Lounge at the Rabas International Airport, and His Excellency the President is. Oh.
Of course, this forum will focus on security issues across the continent. Liberia as a country that has experienced a reasonable peace now over a period of time. What are some of the recommendations that we taking to this stage to push to our fellow Africans as it relates to peace and security in the region?
So we have had 3 democratic elections in succession. That is very huge. Every country has got own problem, but the citizens' rights should be taken into consideration. They are both everything, and that's what the message that I think we should be putting. Considering our history of having 3 democratically elected presidents, that's huge.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And so there we have it. You have the Senate head on security. We have also here the foreign minister is on this delegation. We have the Minister of State without portfolio is also on the delegation. We have Honorable Mama Kability is on the delegation, and we have the and from my understanding is this flight was sent by the President of Togo. It's not been paid for by Liberia, nor the Liberian government, nor the President. It was sent by the Togolese President, and he is responsible for this flight to take His Excellency and delegation to Togo and back. So that's my understanding now. So we are getting signals that His Excellency, we are getting signals that His Excellency is now coming out to board the flight. There you have it, the President of the Republic of Liberia will now walk on the red carpet and be accompanied by an armed forces officer giving his regular salute. Yeah. The Minister of Justice will act. They have the The Minister of State and the Minister of Justice are here. Minister of Justice is acting. The Chairman of the Cabinet, in consultation with the Vice President, and ably assisted. The Press Secretary is here. Let's see if we can catch a word from her.
Thank you again for joining us. Yes, the President is going to attend the Lomé peace meeting that's happening in Togo. This is a regional meeting, and specifically the President of Togo asked our President to come and deliver the keynote message that he will be delivering tomorrow. So that's why he's going with a very small team from here. As you saw, you had the senator from Lomé County. He's the head of security from the Senate. And you have the Minister of Foreign Affairs. As you know, there was also a Foreign Affairs meeting, Committee on Security meeting as well. And then you have the Minister of State without portfolio, Madam Amaka Ability, and a few other staff that accompany the President at this meeting.
Madam, with Liberia's history in peace and security in the region, and of course with our country's history in democracy, come to think of it, we have had up to 3, democratic processes, peaceful transition and all of that. Did you hear from Mr. President, or how does he intend to present Liberia's case as it goes to the second edition of the Peace and Security Forum in Lomé, since this is a peace and security matter?
Oh, definitely. And because particularly, so there are 2 key segments. One has to do with women's peace and security and youth peace and security. And then he's going to be giving the keynote message, one of the keynote messages at the forum. And with the progress we've made so far, including our election to the UN Security Council non-permanent seat, inclusive of the efforts that the President has made so far on reconciliation. The President of Togo did ask to come and share his experiences and the work Liberia has done since the cessation of our civil conflict. Liberia now is building her image from being a quote-unquote post-conflict country or a conflict-related country to a country that's become a hope for the region and for the world, with our elections, as I mentioned, but also with the direct and exclusive efforts that the president is making towards this drive.
So, as per my research, this forum will last from the 11th to the 12th. When do we expect Mr. President home?
The president is coming back tomorrow. Immediately after his engagement, he's expected to be home tomorrow. And as he's gone, the Minister of Justice will serve as the acting chairman of the cabinet in consultation with the vice president and the president while he's away.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all very much.
That was the voice of the Presidential Press Secretary, Madam Kula, Anthony Kula Fofana.
This flight was sent by the president of Togo, because I know there will be questions. The flight is not a cost to the Liberian government or the presidency. This flight was sent to pick up the president and his delegation by the president of Togo. I hope this goes, because I know our people, next thing that will be the other question. I'm sure we've seen skimmages of those misinformation going already, but I can say with clarity that the flight was sent by the invitee, especially the person who invited our president to go there. That is the president of Togo, who sent his flight for. It's that someone invited you and sent a car for you. So basically, that's the scenario here. But I think.
And so, re-emphasizing that the flight was sent by the president of Togo. Liberia, nor the president has any cent or spent any amount to have this flight here carry His Excellency and the delegation. So His Excellency will be off for a day. He will be back tomorrow. We will be here tomorrow to receive the president at this airport, and he is accompanied by a very small team. The Senate Chair on Security, the Minister still with our portfolio. And the communication team, also accompanied by the Assistant Minister for Public Affairs and a few other government officials, are on this flight. Everybody smoke more. When it's not moving, when it's venue,